together, the whole nation not divided. What's the first? I mean, Salakia, nation not the what desire, right? What should go through your mind if this is your first time hearing this? Old nation, not desire. What? Somebody break that down for me. What are you hearing when you hear this for the first time? If this is your first time hearing it, I want to know what it is that you heard when it says that, Baba Kashaw. Old nation, not desire. Who do you think this is talking about, Baba Kashaw? Akaska, come on.
So that I've been in the Christian church for 30 years, so
Right.
so I've been indoctrinated. I'm just washing my brain right now. But the nation not desired. When you read that, and as you say, we never read this in the Christian church.
Gone.
Yeah, so the nation not desired, it puts you in the mind that there's some nation that's out there that is not desired, and for what we read is God is not desiring of some nation for some reason.
Right. So that's what you stuck with. There is something that I'm living with day to day. There's a nation of people in the earth that is not desired, that nobody wants them around. Nobody wants to share anything with them. Nobody want to split anything with them. They're not even picking them to be a part of the scene. In Christianity, this can't be talking. This cannot be taught in Christianity. Why can't this be taught in Christianity, Baba Kashaw?
So like I said, if I may,
Come on.
because in Christianity, they teach that God loves everyone.
Right. God loves everyone in Christianity. The Bible is for everyone. Everybody has to come together. We all have to be as one. There is only one. His name is, and then the picture that they give us of Jesus does not look like us. But when you understand the truth, when it says, "Oh nation not desired," that nation that is not desired, it's talking about us. It's talking about God's chosen people, man. Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, right? Can somebody give me the examples of ways that they do not desire to be with us, Bob Kishaw? You got another mic for the brother? Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all the one?
Salakia, sir. Yabashon Shakatam.
Shalom, your stuff.
You mean like biblically?
I mean, let's just, I think this may be I wouldn't say biblically, right? I want to give examples of how we're not desired, like in real life. The Bible is written in a way that we should be able to understand the Bible and relate to it through our daily lives, because the Bible is a living book. It's a living word to the Lord. Right. So when we talk about the things that we face today, could you elaborate on ways that we're not desired in the earth as a nation of people?
Kind of one concern, you know what I mean? Even like, police brutality and them thing, that racism still exists. You know what I mean? So lucky.
Okay, so when you say racism, for somebody who does not understand racism, I want you to give me some examples of what you would say for is racism, Baba Kashaw. And matter of fact, anybody else that's tuning in tonight, y'all can type in the chat box as well. Give me some examples of racism. I don't think we really understand racism anymore. I think because we're able to sit down with the oppressor, we think that racism is done away with. You can go into a neighborhood, and if you have enough money, you can buy the house that you want. You understand? You can drive the car that you want. But what are the different forms and different ways that racism still impact Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian lives today?
So if I may.
Come on.
In the Bahamas here, we only have probably 10% that are oppressor. So you don't always see them. And so, but when there's a function where they attend, you wonder where all these oppressors come from. They don't hang out with us.
Right. Gone. That's one way. What else? Eastern Carolina. Who got that Eastern Carolina? Come on.
different forms of racism, such as a brother getting pulled over and already
Yeah.
assumed that he's guilty by the police without even having an explanation.
You said getting pulled over by the police and without them having a probable cause.
Already assumed that he's already guilty without
But and that's normally based off of what though?
his race, color of his skin.
Color of skin. What else? Y'all bear with me.
Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? We got Sister Kalaya Pa checked into the chat. Sister Juanita, River of Kodam, checked into the chat. Officer Batasarwan checked into the chat.
The water.
Sister Shantare, Brother Carl Sapar, Sister Chelsea, Sister Deja, Sister Chardina, Trooper Hawan, Sister Erica Ward, Sister Deja. Who else we got?
Well, they pulling up today, ain't it, Bunk, y'all?
Here today, sir.
They pulling up today, y'all. Most High in Christ.
Sister Summer, Sister Chelsea.
Most
Shout out to
High in
y'all for being in
Christ.
the class. A lot.
So give yourselves a hand for showing up in class, huh? Somebody is wise in seeing the things that are taking place. But the Rush, usually when we get pulled over by the cops, it's because we're in the wrong neighborhoods, huh? We're driving the wrong type of vehicles. You understand? You're being racially profiled. But then what they call it? Somebody give me some more examples. What the sister saying right here, Bunk, yo?
Sister Chelsea said that better health care and healthcare access for Esau versus us.
Man, let me tell y'all something. That is heavy. And I'm gonna tell you why it's heavy, because the sister I found out earlier that prenatal services with our sisters going in and giving birth, like they're more susceptible to losing their child if they're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You understand? We have a high mortality rate with our sisters giving birth than all the other nations on the face of the earth, because they don't see us as being humans. Right. So they give us lackluster care and treat us and just toss us to the wolves. You know, the prenatal care is almost non-existent. But you know what they will offer us? They offer us Planned Parenthood. They'll give us that for you can have an abortion to go against the Lord, man. Salaki, go ahead. And Salaki, and with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain 9,000 Banyami and Babu. So y'all clap it up. Most High in Christ. I can't hear you, Cap.
Yeah, Salaki. Hey, shalom, Shalom,
y'all.
Shalom. Hey, how y'all doing?
It's all about a one.
You all good?
Yes, sir. Come on.
Good day in hell?
About as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right. Where you all at? Wait, who had that video with that sister of it? What's her name? I think it's Sexy Red. Boy. Who could pull that video for me? I think I was looking for it. But you know, I mean, whenever you all get it. All right. Well, before I go, and anybody have any questions before I jump in?
To Sexy Red admits to getting raped.
Hey, Slacky. I mean, abuse for YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I just saying what she said in a video. That's all. YouTube.
That's all right. That's it, right? The first one. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then give me the scripture which speak on it about forcing yourself on a woman.
Cut on what gun? Narash, you got that?
Once you get it, just put it up on the screen. Make it a small little box to the side, right? All right, and get me. I think it's in Deuteronomy.
what else?
Deuteronomy 22 and 25.
You want me to get it? I'll pull it in there.
I got a cap. I think it's Deuteronomy 22 and 25. Let me just see real quick. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field,
if a man find a what?
Betrothed damsel in the field.
And these are proof your Christian church don't read the Bible. They don't. And how you know they don't read the Bible before you finish it? Okay, so how many of you saw the video?
What kind of saw, sir?
Who did not see the video? K1, you saw the video?
La, sir, I never see the video, but I heard the audio.
You heard
it to the class.
Okay, so you heard the audio. Good. That's still good. What were you, Akashka? You saw the video?
I saw the video. Can't you?
You saw the video, right?
Can't.
No, there were two brothers in the room there also too, right?
Can't.
All right, good. Now make it right. There were two brothers in the room also too. All right. This is it. Yeah, play it. Let me see something.
That's a podcast guy talking about it.
Now I don't give me straight to where the brother. So just stop it, and then who's behind the computer? No, just stop it, right? Just take it off the screen. Bankel, you just listen to it, and then put it back up exactly where she starts saying what she's saying. Okay.
Oh, come on, sir.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. I don't want to give you it though. Read that one more time for me, Cole. Or tell Darash. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Oh, okay. How we know the Christian church don't read the Bible? Where say that? Yeah, Deuteronomy, right?
Con.
22 and what?
Verse 25.
Skip up to maybe 22.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they shall both of them die.
Right. So this is what? This is adultery here, right? Good. Read on.
Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
Right. And today, right? Today, in America, this is not looked at as a crime. You understand? This is not looked at as a crime, but according to the Bible, it's a crime for a man to go sleep with a woman that was already married. So a crime for a woman, knowing that she's married, to go sleep with a man. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her. Verse 24. Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die.
Right. You understand? She what? Betrothed, meaning what? She's promised to somebody else. But guess what? This is part of the, okay, what scripture in the New Testament cover this? So that you don't find yourself in this position. What scripture in the New Testament cover this?
Salakia, sir. If a man so much as look upon a woman to lust after, a paraphrase.
Yeah. Basically. You understand? Right? Christ came and showed us how to do it, how to keep the law, and he increased it to that point. Well, you not supposed to what? Look at a woman that is already what? Lust after a woman, I should say, that is already what? Married. You understand? In this case, this woman was what? Betrothed. Right? Read on.
The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife, so thou shalt put away evil from among you.
You understand? So which meaning what? This man did not do what? He didn't what? Abuse this woman. You understand? Right? And how you know that she didn't what? Which part in it letting you know that she was not abused?
Salakia Cap. Were you asking for an example of betrothal in the New Testament?
No. I'm asking pertaining to the to what we're reading, where a brother sees a woman.
You
understand? Huh?
You said and lust after her?
Yes. And lie with her. Now this, and how you know this ain't abuse that we're talking about here? Akashka, how we know?
So like I said, didn't mention anything about being abused.
So how we know that? By what? So read it one more time.
Can't.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 24. Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die.
Stone her with what? With stones. So the both of them was going to be what? On a life for what they did. Right? Read on.
The damsel, because she cried not.
Because she didn't do what?
Because she cried not.
She did not cry. When I say did not cry, what she didn't do?
Can't, sir. She didn't try to sound an alarm, sir.
Meaning what?
She didn't scream out or fight back.
Yes. Or she didn't come and do what?
Well, report after.
Yes. She didn't come and report it after. All right. She didn't fight back. She didn't do anything. Want to see it. All right.
Can't.
Good. Durham, you all in? Come on.
Okay. By her not crying out is her consenting to the act.
Yes, she did not cry out, which means, you know what I mean, she knew what, you know what I mean, what was going on basically. You understand? She agreed, right? That's why you teach your daughters, you know what I mean, your wife, you know what I mean, your cousin, whoever, that girl, to do what? She has to do what?
Salakia, sir.
She got to say something. She has to cry out.
She has to cry. She has to come and say, "Uncle, touch me." You understand? Come on.
So that does that go against like you were saying, okay, does that go against like how the statute of limitations on sexual assault, meaning in our kingdom, if this was to happen, which Lord forbid it wouldn't, but let's hypothetically put ourselves in a real situation where we're in charge, and this sister says, this guy sexually assaulted me 30, like Bill Cosby, 50 years ago, and now she wants to speak out about it, right? You know, I haven't read in the Bible about statute of limitations, but does that correlate to where, since this sister right here in this specific instance did not cry out, she didn't fight back, she didn't scream, she didn't tell immediately, and she allowed it to fester, so she gets stoned to death once they found out. So it realistically, is this the so-called oppressor statute of limitations BS?
Okay, it's not BS, but okay, it's almost to the point whereas, okay, the site, go ahead.
I mean to cut your thoughts off. Slack it, Cap. I mean to do that.
No, you good.
I was going to say, because sometimes when I'm looking at these sexual assault cases like the Bill Cosby or Puff Daddy and Cassie or whoever it may be, right? It's like, why the hell didn't this broad speak up then? And this guy gets hammered. I'm not taking away from what the brother did or the white, black, whoever. But these women, you know, 20 years later, 10 years later, he did this, he did that to me. And he gets thrown in prison. It's like, where's the punishment on her end? Okay. It's like, it shows another unjust part. I'm not saying if she was just like a damsel that was helpless, but there's got to be some checks and balances. And I always felt like I kind of felt guilty because my subconscious mind is like, hell no, something ain't right here. And I'm in conversation circles sometimes, and my rib or somebody be like, nah, you can't be thinking like that. It's always about the women, this, woman, that. And I'm like, nah, you got to look at it from both ways. I'm looking at it as a judge eye. And I always get ridiculed for wanting to break things down to a lowest common denominator. Like, what the hell happened first? Why didn't she do this? And I'll get looked at like I'm the jackass. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. All right. Now, the psychology behind it. You understand? The point is, she is a victim.
Right.
You understand? And this, okay, what we're reading about here is the fact that this woman, okay, what you're speaking about is a woman who did not have a man, or who did the crime at the time was the husband. That's who you're speaking about?
That's where it gets gray, but because we know sex is marriage, so just in a nutshell. It's
No,
like,
okay. The reason why I'm asking this is because with this scripture, this woman had a husband,
right?
But she went and slept with another man,
right?
But she didn't cry out. She didn't come tell.
Right.
You understand? Then the both of them, according to the Bible, will have to be what? Will have to be unalive.
Put to death.
Right? Yes.
Right.
So that stopped that stopped the festering of this man doing this not just to her alone, but continuing to do it to other people. You understand?
Oh, okay.
So that's why we in here, we tell our daughters, our wife, they're gonna have to say something. You understand? You hear something like that, some sister report that to you. You understand? And she did not call the cops. She's gonna have to do what? Daddy, next after that phone call, you better go call the cops and report this. That this happened to you. That's such and such touch you on the job. You understand? That something happened. You can't sit here and then let the whole thing fester for years and years. And now this man allowed to carry on, or this woman allowed to carry on for years, abusing people. The Lord is trying to do what to it? He's trying to do what?
Slack yourself, I mean.
Uh-huh.
I think he's trying to stop the sin cycle.
Yeah, I'll take that. But read the end of verse 24, Darash.
So thou shalt put away evil from among you.
That's what he wants. You understand? Because now you're gonna get a sister like who? Like Sexy Red.
Right.
Like you wondering why she dressing. Brother, I saw a video of Sexy Red. I forget the song she was singing. Brother, this man on this wheelchair, and oh boy, it's ridiculous. And then that's Sukana. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correct.
Right.
That pronouncing the name correct?
Sukihana.
Yeah. The two of them had a music video together, brother, and the lyrics in the song, oh my God. And the performance is ridiculous. You understand? And that's because the evil was not what? Put away. So now you have products like this. You understand?
What kind?
And now how and I go back to the question: how you know the Christian church don't read the Bible? How you know that? And I'm on this topic specifically. That's why I'm asking the question. How you know that?
Sorry, sir. Because is it because they don't besides they don't keep the law? Is it something meaning where like because of the sexual assault, evil spreads through our Israel? Like the LGBTQ community is a byproduct of these type of situations where the evil was not put away. So you get the Reds, you get the Rainbow Coalitions, and the Christian Church. You know they don't. They teach like you're born that way. They teach that you're kind of like come as you are, like they accept it. They don't go to the root like you're doing, and kind of like no, this was wrong. This is the victim. She's not to be celebrated in this matter. We need to find out what happened and bing bang boom. They're like, come as you are. We'll accept you. It's fine. God made you this way. You're special.
I'll take that. Yes. And the proof is they have what? Men in the choir who clearly abuse.
Right.
Clearly. You understand? And the amount of stories that come out about about people being abused, kids being abused in the Christian church. Like Eddie Long Church, that's just supposed to be what? Closed down. That was it. Once they found out with that one child, it was supposed to be closed down. Because guess what? More and more stories are going to come out. Why? Because these men were not what? They weren't doing what?
They won't execute judgment properly.
They weren't crying out.
Slapping.
They weren't crying out. You understand?
Right.
They weren't crying out. If they were crying out, then Eddie Long would have been what? He would have been found out way before all of this happened.
Right. It's like it, sir. With that crying out part, when it comes to a man, it just sounds so evil. Both the acts of male and female, both evil. But when you talking about a man not crying out, does that mean he's complicit? Because I mean, it's kind of like, when I hear these things. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, he is. They have to say something.
Right.
You had to teach your boy, don't let nobody touch you down there. Right. Now, anybody touch you down there, you better come tell me. You better scream. You better say something. Tell your daughter that. You understand? You don't want to see a child just all of a sudden, their whole behavior, there's a whole behavioral change in that child. And you wonder where it come from. It come from the pastor, the preacher, touching him. It come from his uncle, his aunt, some close family member abusing him. Or her. And Tyler, what Tyler Perry said.
Right. He was sexually assaulted also.
Yes. And what people don't understand is Tyler Perry in a dress is not normal. Like you playing an old woman, you playing on fake tits,
right?
Excuse my language. YouTube. You understand? You putting on a wig, lipstick, makeup, and you playing a woman, and that's funny. Nah. Mm-mm. That is the mental problems that they infester in the black community. And it's one of the reasons the black community is being destroyed. One of the reasons it's easy to come in and just do what? Just hand pick and take whoever you want to take out of there and do what? And nobody cries or nobody says anything. Nobody says anything about it. Let's listen to Sexy Red. You get it, Bankel?
And now, number con. Down one con.
Go ahead.
That's the craziest thing that ever happened to me. That's the craziest thing that ever happened to me.
Maybe something under that.
Okay,
Maybe something.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know. Like,
maybe something.
shootout.
There we go. Shootouts in there.
High speed.
That's more.
You understand? And let's see if we can pause it there for now, right? So they said what they want to hear.
reacting to it.
They
Let's
want
check
to
this out
say
real quick.
something else, right?
Crazy shit. It's gonna stay between.
They want to say something else. Let's say something else. And you say what? And she said, "Well, shootout." And then they say, "Yeah." Right?
Yeah.
But let's see what the Bible had to say about it. Go. Read on. Darash there?
Kamakans, are we still before we go on to 25?
25.
But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Right. You understand? So now he does what? Read this one more time. What does it say?
Verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her,
right,
then the man only that lay with her shall die.
He has to what? He has to be unalive. Read on.
Verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death.
Read on.
For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter.
So now ask yourself this: her being in a shootout and her being abused, which one is worse?
Man. Salaki said her getting abused.
Yes. The sister was right when she said what's the question that asked?
The worst thing that
she was right when she said when she got abused, because that's the worst thing that could ever happen to a woman. You understand? And a man also too. And you realize, just going back to what you're saying, it ain't say nothing about, well, it ain't give no statutes and no limitations on it. You understand? You do that to a woman, Ark. You understand? You are it's like you taking that life of that woman, and the Lord is coming to see her. You understand? She ain't cry out, right? She was wrong for not crying out. She should have cried out. She should have come and tell. But let's say, lo and behold, she does not cry out because she is, you know what I mean? She where she at mentally is not right. You understand? She don't have that mechanism around her like what we have in this school right here under Command and Jerry Hannah. She doesn't have that. You can imagine she's telling these men on a talk show in front of the whole entire YouTube, the whole America, and they are brushing it off. So who is to say she didn't tell somebody and they did what? They brush it off too. You understand?
Go.
And that have to stop. That have to stop. We in the black community, we gonna have to stop doing this. You sisters out there, you got abuse. You say something. You understand? You go to daddy. Daddy don't want to hear you. Go to mommy. Mommy don't want to hear you. You go to the cops. You understand? And I'm saying this to sisters out there like Sexy Red. You come into the school, we're going to take care of that issue. You understand? We're going to take care of that. You're going to get the proper counsel in taking care of that issue. You understand? Because that person who did it needs to know that they were wrong. And it's only because of the mercy of Manager and Hannah, you understand, that we have this conversation. You understand? Right? The Sexy Red, for her to really deal with this mentally, she's going to have to come in here and get the right counseling. Because this is going on in the Christian church. This is going on at your work. This is going on everywhere on the earth, except in here. The Catholic Church has to pay what? Millions of dollars because young men are being abused. You understand? Right?
Oh, Khan.
Now read that over one more time. Before you read it, play that part over one more time. And Fayetteville, you all having issues with the with your internet? Huh?
We too out, sir.
Okay.
In his homies podcast.
No.
They asked a question and things got a little awkward and people are reacting to it. Let's check this out real quick.
Can you tell us like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? Crazy shit. It's gonna stay between us.
I got raped before. That's the craziest thing that ever happened to me.
Maybe something a little under that. Maybe something.
Okay, I mean, I don't know.
Like maybe something.
Shootout.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Shootouts.
High speed.
That's right. So, no. Let's go to the scripture. Leave it right there. Leave it right there, Banky. Let's go to the scripture. Let's go to the scripture. Read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 26. But unto the damsel, thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death.
There's in the damsel what? No sin worthy of what?
Worthy of death.
Read on.
For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him.
And do what?
So,
and do what? A man rise against his neighbor and do what?
And slayeth him. Even so is this matter.
You understand? A woman or man being abused is worse than a man slaying another brother, unaliving another brother. It's worse. You understand? Because you took something from that woman, from that man, by force, and now you see where your sisters that that go and dance in this strip club, that dress a certain type of way. You understand? You had to now spend time doing what? Fixing her mentally. Because she is what? What happened to her? What happened to her?
Something.
So, like I said, I would say she was broken.
A little more than that.
Like I said, she was, destroyed. Like she was.
You all on it, Tina. You all on it. But give me what's okay. It's
Her power was taken from her.
I wonder. I'm looking for a specific word. What you all saying is correct. What you know what I mean?
So like
She lost.
she
So that was
died.
that? Somebody
Like-
said it.
She
I said
died.
she lost her life.
Yes, I think two people were saying it. She died. She lost her life. So it's like you, when you come in here, right? What happens to that old man?
So like I said, we put it. The old man gets, you make a decision to go ahead and get rid of that old man.
One word. What happens to that old man?
He dies.
Yes. You become somebody brand new. So you can imagine when this happened to a woman or a man, that person, she was 2 minutes ago, died. Now you're getting sexy red. Now you're getting your what's the name? What's the other one name? The Hispanic one? Cardi B. Now you're getting the sisters who it's nothing for them to get naked in front of the whole entire earth. Is that forgive me if I'm messing the names up, right? Those some cat.
Doja
Cat.
Yeah, she's one of us,
Khan.
right?
First,
Say it one more time.
I thought she was a Hamite.
Doja, well, whatever. Did she acting black? I'm gonna deal with it right now because okay, and okay, even if it was a Hamite also too, it's the same thing basically. Meaning the psychology is same basically. You understand? But we're more focusing on black sisters, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? They dress, you could clearly see that, their nakedness, it means nothing to them. And that's because you sit down and you try to get this out of them, you're going to see that they were, they were destroyed basically. They were abused in some form or fashion. You understand? Yeah, I think the ones and twos again, she's ham. You know what I mean? Good riddance. Well, she could do whatever she want to do. You know what I mean? But our sisters, we gonna have to fix them.
So, like, if I may, out of one.
Come on.
This is crazy. I was having a conversation with a sister at the Slave this last week, and she came and she confessed in a similar fashion. And I told her, sister, that wasn't your fault. Them brothers basically took your life. Because I asked her, I said, just talking to her, she said, I always wanted to have a family and be married, but I don't think I don't even want to be here. And she just randomly just started talking to me out of the blue. And I was like, what make you want to say something like that? She said, because I was sexually assaulted. And I looked at her, I said, the person who did that to you, they should be put to death. I said, you did nothing wrong. I said, don't let them. I said, I know you feel like you lost a lot of yourself. I said, but you still have a lot to live for. You can still create new memories. You have to become brand new. I said, and I told her, I said, before we even got to the scriptures about inviting the sister to class, somebody knocked at the door and just broke up the whole conversation. I said, damn, look at Satan. I said, oh man. I said, she needed that. I'll see her again. But I felt it was strange because she had the conversation with me out of the blue, Cap.
Yeah. You think it's out of the blue, but that's her looking, that's that spirit looking to get some help. Yes, and the Lord send her your way, and hopefully Lord will talk to her and she come in here and she get right.
Come on.
You understand? So somebody was going to say something. All right. Any more on that?
So I got one.
Come on.
Okay. So I believe somebody said something earlier about statutes of limitations. Not really to switch gears here, but it's still in line in the same topic. Now, how does that what's it called? I'm trying to use the correct terminology. I guess it'd be pedophilia or like men that deal with like underage women. I don't know the correct terminology. Like so, according to the Bible, now what would that be considered?
Wait,
like,
what you talking about?
Like I don't know how to phrase it.
Like
R. Kelly, somebody like him, right? Okay, let's say you know, a man in his 30s is dealing with a girl that's like 17. Now, according to the Bible, what would be his punishment? Like he might not have necessarily raped her or forced her, but he what they got? Groom. I think that's the word. Groom. I think that's the word. What would be his punishment?
Okay. You're saying he's dealing with somebody underage?
Well, okay, I'm saying under. I'm being worldly for a second. I'm saying underage, but
that'll be considered what?
Yeah, what would that be considered, and what would his punishment be? Because
Statutory.
I know, like in the world, Esau classifies it as like
I think I'm Kowal saying it's statutory rape.
Comic-Con, right?
Yes.
Now, according to the Bible, what does that fall under? Because I know the Bible doesn't have, not like how Esau does it. Like Esau, Esau would say like, okay, well, you got first degree murder, second degree, third degree. So like now, what would that be classified as in the Bible?
Okay,
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I got we're to piggyback off of what Officer Kapari is saying. For example, we learned here that all unlawful sex of that nature is called fornication. We know that's a sin period across the board. However, R. Kelly married Aaliyah when Leah was 15 years old. The okayed it, including the mother and the father. Allowed her to go to the courthouse with this man. Now we know that is weird. We understand about the metaphor of the flower, right? We don't like the UPK. We don't deal with underage girls at all. However, according to the Bible, when it says go to the father, apparently R. Kelly had permission from the parents because of their money-hungry deviancy to marry the child. So would he be? I know he's a sick freak, but I mean, is that what do you do in a situation like that? When people want to argue that statutory rape and the parents and they allowed it, they because the white so-called oppressor says 18 is legal, and some states is 17, the legal age of consent. However, statutory is under that age.
Okay, what's according to the Bible? What did the Bible say? You know where it is?
Her flower.
Come on.
Go to it. All right.
This is 1 Corinthians 7:36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age.
If she what?
If she passed the flower of her age.
What does that mean?
That basically means is the metaphor of a flower, meaning just because a flower buds don't mean it's ready to be sold and picked. You gotta be past the flower, meaning when you go to a florist, they're not going to give you those small ones that's just barely budding. They're going to give you those good, ripe, fully furnished flowers, and usually the father determines when that is, but it's visible. You can see it when she's ready to be. That's why they give the metaphor of the flower. It says past the flower because a flower can be budding, but it's not ready to be picked yet. It's not ready.
Yeah,
it's still developing.
Yes, you understand. So in other words, you can't say, well, this sister having her monthly cycle and decide to do what? Go lay with her. This is what these nutcase be saying.
Right.
That she could go lay with what, a 9-year-old because she getting her flower.
Right.
Are you crazy?
Like Muhammad.
Right? Yes, like Muhammad. You understand? Are you crazy? You understand? So now you go and sleep with some woman that is not what? Read that one more time.
Con. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she passed the flower of her age.
Meaning, if she's what? If she's ready.
Right.
You understand? If she's ready. You understand? We don't play that in Israel. You understand? You better not go around a man, child, so, you know what I mean, and pretend you're going to go through the back door. You could put yourself in some serious trouble.
Right.
You understand? We don't play that in here. You understand? Right? What R. Kelly is a filthy, disgusting bastard.
Right.
You understand? He is what you will call a what? He is a
fornicator, sexual deviant.
Yeah, a predator.
Predator, Comic-Con.
You understand? That preys on young women. You understand? That's why he's where? He's in jail. You understand? Where he's supposed to be. You understand? Read on.
Khan. If she passed the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry.
Right? He said what?
Khan. If she passed the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not.
Right.
Let him marry.
Right? He sinneth not. Right? And he's saying what? Let them what? Marry. All right. You better not go and take any, you know what I mean, any underage girl. You're going to go to jail. For what? What are you going to jail for?
You're going to jail for a statutory rape.
Yes. That's what you're going to jail for. You understand? That's why R. Kelly is in jail. He ain't in jail because he had sexual intercourse with a grown woman.
Right.
You understand? What does say R. Kelly is in jail for? Let me run. Look it up. Run the rap sheet down. Run the rap sheet down.
It says, okay, a day later, following his rearrest, federal prosecutors from New York and Chicago indicted Kelly on 18 charges, including child sexual exploitation, child pornography production, sex trafficking, kidnapping, forced labor, racketeering, and obstruction of justice.
Yeah, you're right. He should never, you understand? He should never get out. Leave him inside there. You understand? All right? Now, what's his name? Help me out. Who had asked the question again? Gaparia.
Oh, so like so that was me.
You're good to go, right? That is statutory. That's rape. According to the Bible. You understand?
So his punishment would be the same.
Yes. That's why that's why Paul is saying what he's saying. Paul is saying she has to pass what? Yes.
A flower out of one.
Yes. All right. All right. No, they try to give it a Esau tries to give it an age. I think so. What was the lowest some state ticket?
I want to say
so I got one. If I'm not mistaken, I think North Carolina it was 16 years ago. 16 or 17.
15, sir.
That's what they say it is.
That's the lowest that I've seen is 15.
You understand? Right? And that's Esau, and he's trying to, you know what I mean, have his own laws. But according to this Bible here, you understand? You better not do that. You understand? Better not be a grown man, you know what I mean, trying to, you know what I mean, deal with some 15-year-old. You understand?
I got something online that says he was right. The lowest age of consent in the United States is 16 years old, which is the age of consent in over 30 states, including Georgia, Alabama, Colorado, The lowest age of consent is in Nigeria, 11, followed by the Philippines at number 12, the under 16.
So
You understand?
Hey, sir.
Come on.
In Alabama, it says that first degree rape for Salakia, first degree assault for someone age 16 or older to have sexual intercourse with someone under the age of 12. So their level is 12 in Alabama. In Alaska is 13. I got it state by state. 18 Arizona. Yeah, this is wild. Salakia.
Yeah, they'll come up in here and do that. You know what I mean? All right. Where we at right now? Go to where's the one with the, Dinah? Where them bastard did what it did. I think it's Genesis 34. You'll get it?
Go
ahead.
Garage got it.
Okay, good. Good.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 34, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 2. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her.
He did what? He took her and what?
And lay with her and defiled her.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 3. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel. Verse 4. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife.
After he done did what? Force himself on her, right? Right? Read on.
Verse 5. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter.
You understand? Go ahead.
Now his sons were with his cattle in the field.
Mm-hmm. Because what you don't know, some of these sisters, they got brothers that love them.
Right.
You understand? Mm-hmm. Some of these women just have these brothers that love them. We don't play that up in here. You understand? All right, read on.
And Jacob held his peace until they were come.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 6. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. Verse 7.
Right, read on. Now, understand this, right? So this so-called filthy, you know what I mean, Hamite, you understand? Abused one of our sisters and decided to do what? Go tell his father after he done do it that he wants Dinah. Right? Read on.
Verse 7. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth.
Mm-hmm.
Because
meaning they were what? They were very angry. You know what I mean? Like us, we hear that. You know what I mean? A woman getting abused in that form. That is like a switch go off in your head. Like, who did that? You understand? You know what I mean? You have a child. That child come and say, "Daddy, somebody touched me." What? Who did that? A switch go off in your head. You understand? Read.
Because he had wrought folly in Israel in lying with Jacob's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Which thing ought not to be done.
Read on.
Verse 8. And Hamor communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter.
Disgusting bastard. But read on.
I pray you give her him to wife.
All right, read on.
Verse 9. And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you.
All right. But they know what did it? This is who? This is Jacob, right? What did Jacob know?
Salakia, Jacob know the law. He know we ain't supposed to be intermarry for his father.
Ain't no interracial marriage. And then this Hamite gonna do what he did, right? Read on.
Verse 10. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you.
Read on.
Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein.
I skip me down. Skip me down. You know what I'm looking for? Skip me down to where Simeon and Levi try to make the pact with them. You understand? The father done try to make a deal. Why did the father make this deal?
Salakia, because he knows he try to be nicey nice, like meaning he want to strike a deal because maybe is it because he want to prevent war breaking out or repercussions for what his son did?
Okay, who did the wrong though?
Well, he did the Hamite.
Right. So so what is Jacob trying to do?
You mean okay? What is Jacob trying to do by
making a deal? Yo, Yanitza, go ahead.
Salakia, sir. So it seems like so we're small in numbers, so we're in their land. So Jacob is wise enough to know, like, we got to tread lightly here. We have to be careful what we do here. So that's why he's proceeding in the way that he's proceeding.
So he did not have what in that land?
He didn't have power.
Yeah, he didn't have power. Right? What's his name? Come on. You was along the path. You understand? He did not have power, and he did not want. He know, as Jan is saying, he's just trying to tread lightly. You understand? He's trying to tread lightly, right? Because they're around these heathens, and if anything go down, they can't defend themselves. They don't have the power to defend themselves like that, right? Read on.
Verse 11. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me, I will give.
Read on. The Rash. Somebody find it where he has to skip down. I wait to where Levi. That's for time's sake. With Levi and Simeon.
What they tricked him and they they were circumcised, told them what they had to do. Okay.
All right, skip down to there, because what you're going to understand is Simeon and Levi, right? Okay, what did they? What was it wrong? What they did?
Turn on one, con.
All right, yeah, but the spirit they had, you understand, was the right spirit. They loved their sister, and they knew this filthy African, you understand, should not, you know what I mean? They didn't want him to get away with it. What he did. They wanted what? What did they want?
Justice.
Yes, justice. Something that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we do not understand. That's why those two boys, you understand, those two men that were sitting on there with Sexy Red, the only justice they understand is what type of justice?
They only really understand money. That's what it's all about for them. They didn't understand that sister's pain at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You right, but okay. If how to put it? People in the world, right? Do they see things happen to George Floyd and Michael Brown? Do they see these things happen to them?
Karawan Khan.
Was Trayvon Martin? They see it.
Karawan Khan.
Okay. Do they learn from it? When does reality really hit them?
So like I said, only if it happens to them or someone near to them.
Yes. So now, when do we try to get justice? People in the world.
If they're directly affected.
Yes. Somebody do you something in the world? Oh, it's a get back. It's a get back. You understand? And to them, those brothers, they don't want to hear about that. They want to hear about something else. If they were abused, you understand? Then you might have, heard something from them. Might. I'm just saying, may not. They could have been abused and they ain't say nothing and they just brush the topic over. You understand? But we only understand justice really and truly when it comes knocking at the door, when something happened to somebody close to us. But a brother in the street, somebody who you don't know, they don't understand that. And they don't care about that. That person have to mean something to them. When in here, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians mean something to what? To all of us. You understand? That's why we live the way we live our life. We don't just live our life like individuals. You understand? When we go out on the street and put we life on that corner, we're not putting it just for us. We're putting it for what? The nation. You understand? All right? Read on.
Verse 25. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males.
You understand? They concocted a plan to do what? To unalive every male in that city. Every last one of them for what they did to their sister. You understand? All right? What am I not condoning?
Murder, sir. Unaliving.
Or what they call what do they call that? Somebody said it.
Payback. Y'all said revenge.
Revenge. You understand? All right? Because they're gonna say, so I had to go, get me that culprit who did that to me. No. You understand? All right. You brothers and sisters, that happened to you out there. You contact the ICPK. Contact the ICPK in the city. You understand? Get counseling on how to go about dealing with the matter. Because the Christian church is not helping Black people. They're further destroying you. You understand? What Christians famous for telling you?
Pray about it.
Or that's one. Or they tell you what?
Everything's gonna be all right.
Yes, just forget about it. Let's forget about it. Don't worry about it. Let's forget about it. But guess what? The uncle that do it, he's sitting right across from me every night. You understand? He coming by every weekend. You understand? But they, you know what I mean? Christian church is not designed to take care of black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're not designed for it. Because I'm sure, what's her name? Sexy Red is a Christian. I'm sure. She ain't getting no help though. So I'll show those boys, those young men, they're Christians too. Ain't getting no help. You gotta come in here under Commander Joanna to get her help. You understand? All right. All right. I think that's it on that. You know what I mean? Lord will, his sister, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sees, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hears it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hear the UPK. You know what I mean? And come in. You know what I mean? And change our lifestyle. Come on.
It's like, sir, if I may, I got a question.
Come on.
You know, after you finish, I want to.
No, I'm done with it unless anybody had any question on it.
Come on, sir. I just wanted to know the official UPK stance on the Louisiana lawmakers passing that bill to castrate those who, I guess, molest children or whatever, rape, all that stuff.
There's a bill that was passed?
Come on. But it said Louisiana lawmakers approved the bill allowing surgical castration for child molesters.
Mm-hmm.
And it included like forcing your cell phone to a child. I think it said 13 and under. I don't know the official stance.
13 and under.
Come on.
Okay, hold on.
So it says the GOP controlled legislation passed the bill giving judges the option to sentence someone to surgical castration after the person has been convicted of certain aggravated sex crimes, including rape, incest, and molestation against a child under 13.
It's like it, sir.
Come on.
Man, that's the end of the Catholic Church down there, ain't it?
Oh man.
So like it ain't
they said it's 1 minute. They say it's in it's enacted.
Con, he said it was. You want to look it up? You got it.
Okay. Okay, this ain't no different than what? Than the what? Basically death penalty. He shall be given, right? For crimes. All right. This is no. Is it going to stop? And who is this law directed to?
Offenders who, anybody who, well, men, because it says castrate. If they sexually assault a person under the age of 13 or 13 and under.
Mm-hmm. And it's in Louisiana.
Kind of what kind?
Okay, go to 1 Corinthians 6:1.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1. Dare any of you having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints.
What is that saying there?
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Get your, if you have an issue with the law, make sure you get your own people to judge the matter rather than the heathen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you on it. But just to stay on what Ayathon asks, right? Ayathon asks what's the school stance on the law that Louisiana have for what? Castration. All right. Now, the people who given the law, who are they in this scripture?
Salakia, sir, the unjust.
Yeah, they are. So they could have, you know what I mean, that law. Is that going to change America? Is that going to change the next pedophile, the next abuser?
La, sir.
No. You understand? Whatever laws he enact, it's not going to change. You understand? Anything in the black community. All right? How many is there a law saying that if you get charged for first degree murder, right? You could face the what? Death penalty. Does it say that? Ayathan.
Slightly loud, sir.
It doesn't. You could get a death penalty. You don't have to. You won't get a death penalty for first degree.
Oh, you said slightly. You said premeditated.
First degree.
Come on,
yeah. Or you could get what? Life in prison, right?
Come on, sir.
Depending on the state you're in, right?
Come on.
Did that stop? Did that stop anybody from unaliving? No. You understand? Because we are living in an unjust with an unjust man. You live in it with a man who can't even give you justice, or who can't even acknowledge that he was wrong for putting you in slavery. You understand?
Come on.
So even if he has that law on what you call it again, on castration, that still ain't going to change nothing. He's the unjust. Right. Nothing is going to come from it. Nothing. So the school stance is the same stance we'll have on the death penalty, whatever he has. He is the unjust. That's why in here, somebody do something, right? We have a what? We have a government already structured to take care of that issue. You understand? Right? And we don't play that, you know what I mean? What you say this law is for? Who you say this law is for?
Men.
Men who do what?
Who force themselves on kids.
What about the woman? Nothing for the woman? You ain't cutting nothing off for them woman?
Right. I got the article right here.
Come on, read it.
It's June 4th. It says people who commit sex crimes against children in Louisiana could be forced to undergo surgical castration under legislation approved by state lawmakers, a measure that would appear to be the first of its kind in the United States if the governor signs it into law.
Okay, so he ain't signed it as yet?
It says this is on June 4th, 2024, 5 hours ago.
Okay, so he ain't signed it as yet. Okay, go ahead.
It says the bill, which was overwhelmingly passed by the state legislature on Monday, would permit judges to order surgical castration for defendants convicted of certain aggravated sex crimes, such as rape against children under the age of 13. It will go before Governor Jeff Landry, a Republican. Landry's office did not immediately respond when asked whether he intends to sign the legislation. A handful of states, including Louisiana, California, and Texas, already have laws that give judges the power to other chemical castration in some cases, a less intrusive measure that involves taking hormone-blocking medications. But Louisiana will be the first state to allow judges to impose surgical castration as a penalty, according to the National Association for Rational Sexual Offenses Laws, the NARSOL. I've never heard of that. an
Yeah.
advocacy group that opposed the bill.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, what they're trying to do, or who they're trying to catch. But boy, what's going to happen to the person that say, he or he's a or she's a what's the word about a
transgender.
Yeah, transgender. Yeah, what's going to happen with them?
Right, I don't identify as a man.
Yeah, so I don't understand that. You know what I mean? They want to go about, you know what I mean, laws, these type of laws, they unjust people. Who the hell cares?
Right.
You understand? You know what I mean? We ain't, you know what I mean, you just don't be, you know what I mean, somebody living in is Alabama. Right. Don't embarrass the school, in other words. You understand? Right?
So like it, sir.
Come on.
You know, everything that you're saying is correct, sir, but you know who this is for. They just try to find other ways to destroy black people, man. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. You know that state, their prison system is like the worst in the whole country down in Louisiana. You know, and so these type of things, they come up to destroy black people. Man. They're not gonna, like, you know, I made a joke, but they're not gonna arrest Catholic priests and castrate them. They're not gonna do that. We know that.
Yeah, them Catholic priests, you don't have jurisdiction on them. The Pope on them. They're an entity in it by itself. I mean, all the abuse that took place, none of them. I never hear Catholic priests going to jail or prison or facing a day in court. You know what I mean? All right. So you're good on that, Ayathon? Right. So it doesn't that even if they enact it, it is not going to change the fabric of society. What will change the fabric of society? What will change the, you know what I mean, these type of behaviors from taking place on the earth?
So like I said,
come on,
who's in control of it?
Yeah, that's it. You want to stop pedophilia, you want to stop abuse, any type of abuse. You understand? Anything that messes up a person, you know what I mean, psychologically, you're gonna have to get rid of the problem, and the problem somehow it goes back to the oppressor. Somehow it finds its way back to the oppressor. You understand? Now you want to enact a law of these laws, this law of castration. Now you want to do it? Well, go ahead and enact it and see if half your Republican and Democrats up inside the government and get castrated. You understand?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
We had a question earlier from Sister Juanita. She asked, "Sir, will there be work for the brothers and sisters to do once the Most High comes back?"
Work.
Right.
Okay. When she says work, sis, what do you mean work? What type of work you're talking about? Right? So just know. Okay, when Christ return, what's going to happen? In a nutshell.
So like I said, we're gonna rule under Christ, with Christ.
So we're gonna sit. He said we're gonna sit on the thrones judging the nations. 12 tribes judging the nations.
Yes, but remember, okay, the sister asks if there's going to be what? Work for brothers and sisters to do, right?
You talking about physical manual labor or like the work we're doing here now, like the priest work?
Oh, that's what I'm trying to get to put in. But I'll go off the spirit of the question. Okay, when they say work we do now, meaning like the slave that we go, like we work the 9 to 5, like we had to get up on, you know what I mean, go to work, we wake up early, like that. All right. Give a minute. I'll get a minute to type in.
Sir, that's what she said. The work we do now.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Okay. The work for the Lord that the brothers put in. Okay. Okay. I think. Sis, are you speaking about going to camp on us on like how we're teaching right now? Because it's two, you know what I mean, two type of work. Now in the kingdom of heaven, just think like today in the oppressor's kingdom, right? In the oppressor's kingdom today, who works? Who works for them in the oppressor kingdom today?
So like you said,
I
mean like they're politicians and they're senators and things like that.
No, me and you, Ark, we work.
Yeah,
We had to go. We had to go slave. We make McDonald's rich. We make Subway. We make all these companies. We make them rich. Make all of them rich because this is their kingdom of heaven. But in our kingdom, what's going to happen? What's the dynamics? Right?
So,
come on.
According to the scriptures, all of these heathen is going to be working for us.
Mm-hmm. Right. Give me. You correct. Give me Genesis. I think it's Genesis 27 and 20. Hold on. I know it's in Genesis. What I want is the blessing that Jacob and that Isaac gave to Jacob. I believe it's in Genesis 20. Genesis. What did I say? 27. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let me see. The 27, 25. Right, Genesis 27 and 29. No, start at 28.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 28. Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, plenty of corn and wine. Verse 29. Let people serve thee.
So when Christ come back, what's going to happen?
Let people serve thee.
Them nations are going to have to serve us. Remember, I think it's in Revelation, it said we're going to have 12 gates and it's going to be open 24 hours.
So like yes, sir.
Come on.
That's Revelation 21. And I believe it starts at 24.
Right? Go ahead.
Salakia. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it will not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nation into it.
That's it. That is it. You understand? Like we go ahead.
Can we use Revelation 22 and 3?
Go ahead, read it.
And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him.
That's it. That's what we're reading about right now. And the serpent is who? The so-called oppressor. You understand? And all these other nations, they're going to have to serve us. Remember, we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. But guess what? What's going to happen to your Uncle Tom's?
It should be the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah. They're going to be the least, right? So when you think about the kingdom of heaven, just think about us being in rulership like on the earth right now. Right? Now, when it comes to the work, will we have to go on the streets and teach in the kingdom of heaven?
Sir.
No. Why?
Salaki, because the laws will be written on our foreheads.
Yes.
Salaki,
You understand? And come on.
Because pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster would be illegal.
Yes.
And we all would know it.
Yes. You understand? You want to be an oppressor cooking pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster? Oh, you're gonna smell brimstone right in the kitchen. You'll see a puff or smoke. And a Negro with braids is going to be right in the kitchen asking you, what are you doing? You understand? Right? So, I mean, to answer your question in short, work is going to have to be for the so-called, for your brothers and sisters who don't want to come into the truth, basically. Or your brothers and sisters who, especially when I say brothers and sisters too, meaning this, the preachers and them, the male preachers, them female preachers who trying to teach, them male preachers who teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians not according to the Bible, they're going to be in the kingdom too, but guess what? They're going to be the least. They got to put in some work. Might have to work on a horse farm.
So that case, if I may.
Come on.
I'm still waiting for those 10 heathens that I could have on working on the farm, sir.
Yeah, I'm telling you. They're going to have to come in and put their work in. When Christ, what Ashka is talking about is when Christ returned. All right? Yes, sis. Your father is right. Somebody going to have to sweep the streets. You understand? All right? But they're going to be, your brothers and them who decide not to do what the Lord said to do, yeah, they'll be in the kingdom, but they ain't going to be, they won't have that status in the kingdom. They're going to have to put in that work. Now, outside of that, say we, teaching the truth, we won't have to do that because we'll be in charge and the earth will know. You understand? Give me the scripture where it says every knee shall bow. All right? You know what I'm talking about?
Go on, sir.
I think is Philippians. Two and 10. Check Philippians 2 and 10.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 10. That at the name of Yahweh Shai, every knee shall bow of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth.
Because Christ is our what? What is Christ to us?
He's our king, sir.
Yes, he's the king of Israel. You understand? And every knee is going to bow. Every knee going to know what? As Zion is saying, everybody's going to know eating pork, crab, and shrimp and lobster is a crime. Right. And there's going to be repercussions for having, a snout in your pot. You understand? There's going to be some repercussions for that. Read on.
Cancer. And that every tongue should confess that Yahweh Shai is Lord to the glory of God the Father.
Yes. Correct. Hey, Kawal, I just sent you something there.
Yes, sir.
Read that for me. Or have the Rash read it.
Just
the heading and a little bit.
I got you, sir. largest child predator sting in Mooresville, North Carolina history. 14 arrested in online operation. The Mooresville Police Department recently conducted the largest child predator operation in its history, resulting in the arrest of 14 individuals involved in internet crimes against children.
You understand? Now, all their, you know what I mean, should be in a jar, right? But guess what? That ain't gonna happen. And guess what? If it do happen, guess what? It ain't gonna stop it. Right. The only way for this to stop, the oppressor has to be, you understand? He has to not be in power. He cannot be in power. The reason why the earth is in turmoil the way it is because why? The Bible says when the wicked is in authority, the earth what? Mourns.
Right.
You understand? The earth mourns when the wicked is in authority. You understand? Right? So he has to vacate that seat. And because he's proud, he's not going to want to vacate that seat. So Christ is going to have to come back and do what? Removing from that seat. Forcefully, when Christ returns, he's going to have to be removed. You understand? All right, you're good with that? Any questions? I just want to touch on something quick. I know tonight is brotherhood. If not, then go to give me the scripture of going to he and they alone. Not sure. I think what 18 or 16.
18.
Remember. All right. You want to know what the school is built on? This is what this school is built on. You understand? This is what this school is built on. Akim, Aquathium. You understand?
Wakan. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
What is the Bible saying?
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
You understand? So you have to go to who?
Between thee and him alone.
Yes, the person who offend you, you go to the person who offend you. You understand? And you go alone. Meaning what? You not bringing somebody else. You understand? Along with you to do this. You understand? You sitting around and Kowal, you know what I mean, cracks a joke on you and you offended. You pull him to the side and say, Slack, yes, sir. That joke you crack on me. You know what I mean? It ain't sit too well with me. Slack here. You understand? You know, you don't want to do it in what? In public. It might be received, you know what I mean, wrong. You understand? Even though he did it in public, you might be offended in public. That don't mean you have to take it there. You understand? We are rule states. You don't have to act. You understand? Like you can't control yourself. You understand? You control yourself. You go to he and they alone. And you say, Slack here, I'm offended by what you said. I'm offended by what you did to me last night. Or 2 minutes ago. I'm offended. Read on.
Wakan. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
If, right? And this goes for sister also too. Brothers and sister. You understand? If he hear you, meaning what? What does it mean he have to hear you? Or she has to hear you. Come on.
It's like if you go to him and say that joke didn't sit too well with me, and he hears you by agreeing and saying, okay, oh, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying, damn brother, you know what I'm saying, I apologize, or you know, he accepts it and he welcomes it, and it's not like combative.
That's it. Right? He hears you. Is not just listening. He has to do what? He has to agree that he was a what? A D-head for making that joke. You understand? He have to acknowledge it. He have to acknowledge that he offended you.
So like,
come on.
Could I ask a question that's kind of on this topic?
Yeah, come on. That's why we're on it. Come on.
So it's really like a scenario, but say like, okay, say your rib is offended, but not at something that was personally offended to her. Let's say there's your rib is found out that another brother's rib whored on him, or was smoking weed, did something against the school's rules, and your rib feels like, you know, she shouldn't be coming around anymore because of what she did. But at what point, and let's say, you know, the brother talks to the brother and he say, well, the generals dealt with it already. At that point, should she just let it go because it's already been said that, hey, the generals took care of this, it's done? Or should she, if she still feels like she has should she let that go, or should she still say something about that?
Okay, let me see if I get it correct, right? So you're saying my rib found out that another rib, somebody rib horn him. Right? Or she knows for a fact this woman slept with someone else. She committed adultery. She know that for a fact. Right? But my rib doesn't say anything. She just stays away from that sister.
Well, okay, so Salaki, so like say she says, she goes back to you and says, Salakia, Cat, I know that this sister did this to her husband, but why is she still coming around? Like, you know, is there, did, you know, at that point, and then if she's being told that, you know, the brother dealt with it or the generals dealt with it, should she leave it alone at that point?
Yes, just leave it alone. If it was told to that the general dealt with it already, meaning we already had a council on it, it was dealt with. That's it. It's done. You understand? No. This is not to say, okay, you might have to come and give me the specific on it. You understand? So I can know, you know what I mean, exactly, you know what I mean, what you're, you know what I mean, trying to say. Because remember, okay.
So like,
can I stop anybody from listening to the class?
Sir.
No, can't stop nobody from listening to the class. You understand? Can I stop them from coming to class? Yeah, I could get permission. You understand, from the general not to have that person in class. You understand? So it's up to him. You understand? Now that sister whores on her husband and trying to make her way back into the school. Ain't no brother gonna touch her. You understand? Ain't no brother going to touch her. She could listen to classes online. Who cares? Whatever. You understand? Right? Now, anything UPK, she had to stay away. Unless she gets permission. You understand? All right?
So I guess that's more or less like my question. Like, whether it's a brother or a sister, let's say we're having a function at Captain Yatazak's house. And this brother or this sister who I know did something against the truth, he walks in, and I say, Cap, you know, Salak, is the brother and sister supposed to be here? And you say, okay, yeah, Salak, you know, he already had a council, he's Tawab. At that point, like,
drop it.
drop it, all is forgiven. Like,
So
Yeah,
like,
drop.
so like, if
Come
I
on.
may add one,
Come on.
I got a question, if I may, sir.
Come on.
Yerma, I'm just curious to know, how would you know if the brother went to the sister and him alone in the council were supposed to be between that brother and sister and the council? Like, how would, like, we wouldn't even be exposed to the information if it's done correctly, right?
Yeah, yes, Zan. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what he's saying. He's basically trying to find out. Okay, he knows that this person, because more than likely the order would have come down what if somebody does something like that, that this person is no longer in school.
Come on. But that's the only thing we would know, though. Like, because
Yes.
outside, like what Yerma said, like, if a
Mhm.
sister saying, well, I know this sister did such and such and such, but wait a
Mhm.
minute, how you know this? Is there a gossiping going on? Is it not being like the whole purpose of the scripture will go to him and him alone? So whatever
Yes.
issue that was supposed to be there, the only people that would know was the one that's the offended and the one that's saying they're offended, or the council. It's not something that's openly discussed. Like, oh, that brother, I know he was rolling up in the school bathroom. Yeah, he can't come around us. Like,
Mhm.
you wouldn't know, because like Jeremiah said, the general would have dealt with it, and that's supposed to be the end of it.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It was hypothetical. That's why I say he would have to call and give me the specifics. You understand?
Kind of one kind.
All right.
Oh.
Where we at right now? Hey, finish off this, Machu.
Khan Wakan. Slovakia. Was in
15, I think.
15. Khan Wakan.
Mm-hmm.
16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Right? And that's what's going to have to happen. Meaning what? If that person does not agree, then you have to take it to council. You can't you can't just put it off. It has to go to council. You understand? That is what this is saying. Read on.
Khan. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Right? So now guess what? School gonna know. Your face gonna be all over Facebook saying what? Unfriend. You understand? Right? Read on.
Khan. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
Meaning he's going to be out. He or she will be what? Out the school. You understand? He or she's going to be out of this school. You in here, brother, you better follow this. This is what the school is built on. You in here, sisters, you will follow this. Go to here and there alone. If you can't get the issue right, you have to ask for a counsel. You understand? In here, you are not allowed to do what? What you're not allowed to do on this topic. What you're not allowed to do. Come on.
Hate your brother, sir.
Yes, you're not allowed to hate your brother. Not allowed to hate your sister in here. You understand? You're not allowed to do that. You do that, you're not one West. You understand? You still that person that was in the world that trying to come into the truth or pretending to be in here. In here, we love each other. You understand? In here, there's no hesitation to put your life on your line for your brother or your sister. With hate, you're going to have a hesitation. And I don't want that wrong, man. You understand? I see it. I'm taking both of you all to counsel. You understand? You'll understand, right?
Everyone kind.
Not in here. This is built. You have an issue with your brother, you go to he and they alone. You have an issue with our sister, go to she and they alone. Go. Be a man, be a woman. You understand? You want your kids to be straight up with you, right? Come and tell me if you have a problem, young man or baby girl. You understand? But you can't do that. You can't go to another man and tell him, yo, you offended me, man. What you said or what you did to me, I don't like it. Your sister, you can't do that. Instead, you want to turn your face up or give her brother half a salute or go murmur. We don't do that in here. We don't. You understand? Them the purple group. Oh, you will grow in there. You and Beelzebub. You understand? But not in here. All right? Are you all good with that, right?
Come.
All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bankayal.
Individual Amajim. Israel, I'm going to render one courtesy salute, Captain of 13,000 miles out. Individual Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, how about Shimei
Yahweh Shimei Shai Brakatum.
Got a matah, hands down, sorry, turn to face the sisters like Majim, which means to stand. In the Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. In the Israel, Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shema. Shah means to be seated. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means 10 in the Hebrew. It's pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of First Fruits. Starts after the Sabbath of Unleavened Bread. Sundown, Sunday, April 28th. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day, which is Monday, June 17th, before sundown, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 10 through 22. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.
I got it.